Welcome to Sideline to Baseline. We in the building, y'all. Sideline to Baseline is in the building with your host, MB and Klew.
Klew.
Man, what a eventful week, MB.
Yep, no doubt.
Obviously, the elephant in the room. We storming the Capitol, baby. Everybody's doing it. Had to be old school in the Will Ferrell movie. Had to, LB. We streaking through the quad.
Exactly right.
Hey,
School
LB,
days.
how far you think I would have got? How close you think I would have got to the cap?
But hey, it's like black people in a horror movie, right? What happens to black people in most horror movies?
You going down first, baby. You going down first. We ain't gonna make it.
We ain't gonna make
Hey,
it. We ain't gonna
hey, and
make
it be the dumbest scenes. They
it.
say you hear right,
Yeah.
and then they say, Lisa, why don't you go out there and see what's going on? Now you know damn well Lisa ain't going outside, man. Lisa
Right.
ain't going out the door.
Right.
She ain't going out no door.
Yeah.
She gonna be in the middle of y'all and make y'all surround her. That's what's really gonna happen.
Exactly.
Or she gonna push one of y'all outside, see the killer y'all, and she take it off in the back door. She gone.
Push you in the back. Try to
Yeah.
push you to him.
Yeah, I never forget LB. I used to go running sometimes after we did our workouts. Tiki them would go to these mountains somewhere in Jersey and run. So I would go with them. And the first time and the only time Ron came with us. Dang.
Oh, run big game.
Yeah. So Ron with us. And we ready. And we ready through, it's not really no trail either, MB. We running through water,
Right.
jumping over trees. You know what I'm saying? Like some real caveman stuff. Now I'm Florida boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable around a lot of things, right? And they started saying, man, you know it's bears up here. It's a black bear up here. Hey, LB, I ain't break stride. I say Dane out here, baby. He in trouble. I felt like I can't outrun Tiki. And I think it was like a Monty maybe with us. And Monty
Right.
wasn't blazing or nothing, but that
But
joker
he can
hold
run
on
all
to
day.
yeah,
Yep.
he hold on to his top end. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
His top end a 4.7, but he gonna hold on to
Right.
it. Right.
Yep.
So I'm like, baby Dane out here with us. He in trouble. Right? So they fell out laughing. Them jokers couldn't even run no more. You already know me. I had a plan when we stepped out there and I saw what we was. Cause
Right.
if Dane wasn't with us, boy, I was gonna get back in that car. But I knew I was gonna make it back. They were gonna have a good meal. That about 275 pounds worth. They wasn't gonna. Hey, that bag was gonna be full, man. He didn't need me.
They could hibernate off that meal for the winter. That's
What?
eat off that all
Hey,
the winter.
hey, I'm done, baby. I'm done. So, Double A say 2 man and a 1 man lead.
Yeah.
Look, man, I want to give a shout out to my old AAU coach, man. Awesome guy, Earl Graham, man. He passed away today from COVID, man. This thing still adding numbers to its ranks. This guy was awesome guy. Taught me about that basketball thing, man. I used to be a hooper. I know don't none of y'all believe him. MB hated on me. I had
Spud
to have
Webb.
one of my
Spud
boys.
Webb.
One of my boys had to come on and tell MB I was about that life. And this guy is the one who really put it into me. And we were an awesome AAU team, man. Like our team used to kind of beat everybody, and I think we finished second in the nationals one year and fourth the other year. Like both Collins twins, we beat them on their LA team. I think Shane Battier, a lot of you guys know him, especially all Miami people from the Heat who eventually went to Duke. They put us out 2 years in a row out of Michigan. He's from that area. But we played a lot of pros, man. A lot of pros, MB, during those ranks because we was one of those elite teams that you see on YouTube and stuff like that. If all that stuff was back then, we would have been one of them featured teams because we were pretty tough. But that was all for him, man. And he put that together. Sure, he's definitely impacted the lives of thousands of kids, man, through basketball, and his legacy lives on because a lot of the guys that he coached are now coaching and have started their legacy of coaching kids. So it's a beautiful thing to see the trail that he's led, and that's kind of stuff that you have to tip your hat to guys like that when they transition because they've left an everlasting legacy. So just definitely wanted to give him a shout out, Coach Earl Graham, man. At Double A, I played it all, man. He said I was power forward. I played it all, man. Except for the point guard, my handles wasn't good enough to really run that point the way it needed to be ran. But two through the five, baby, I'd be your shooter. Hey, and then I was so big in the paint because them basketball players slim, man. I beat them up. I just deboed bullet ball. That Lakers style ball, bullet ball, man. That's why. I'm gonna find a way, MB.
I
I'm gonna
see
find a way
that.
to bring it back
Lakers
to
on your
LA.
mind. Lakers on your mind. Jimmy Graham power forward, huh? That what he said.
Hey man, I would have gave Jimmy buckets, man. Cause Jimmy couldn't shoot. I'd have gave him buckets. I had to take him my side, put that thing on him.
Who your game was like, Klew?
Uh,
Was it like Draymond Green?
it was hey, watch this. It was a way better Draymond Green. A way better. What I mean by that, I mean I could shoot it. They leaving Draymond open, man.
Yeah, no.
I
I'm
would have been
throwing a shot.
talking trash, laughing and knocking down trees.
Yeah, I threw that out because what you put in the thing.
Oh yes, sir. That was for you. You know who that was for.
I know. That's why I said what I said.
Hey, I'm gonna skip all the way down to that to let y'all know this inside joke we talking about because we probably ain't gonna make it because it's too much football
You can
going on.
skip down.
I said 2.5 points. This they averages 2.5 points a game, 4.5 rebounds, and 5.8 assists a game. Who am I, MB?
I got the shot.
Who am I?
You the former defensive player of the year. You're the former NBA defensive player of the year in 2017.
Exactly.
Who led the league in steals from the power forward
Right.
position? Who probably had
Right.
what his career numbers during that time, that span through Golden State championships.
I told you them numbers. We had that fight already.
Yeah, and I told
They
you
were pedestrian.
he's a different player, defensive player of the year. He's a defensive guy, like you say. He's shooting. He 50-50 when well, not even 50-50, but
Show like
offense ain't his game. He does all the other stuff. That's why 3 times first team All Defensive Player of the Year, 3 times All NBA. Right? He's a different player. He's not asked to score, especially if you got Steph Curry, the Splash Brothers, Thompson. Then you add Kevin Durant.
MB, they ain't there no more. So now what?
But I'm
What's
saying
it?
he never been a scorer. That's not his game. That's like saying That's like Dennis Rodman.
No, no,
Dennis
no, no,
Rodman
no,
never been a
no,
scorer.
no. You can't be telling me no all-star triple single guy. And he also don't lead in no rebound.
Oh no, he does. I mean, hey, he did enough. During that time he was double digits, but it's a
Well,
low
I
double
tell you
digit
like
score.
this: 2 years in a row, triple single.
Hey, but hey, Lou, he's an all-star though. You look at his resume. We had the
I
conversation
have
about him and who was it, Montel? Who was
Montrez Harrell.
yeah, Montrez? And I said it's a different player. Draymond
What?
is a defensive
Hey,
player.
I'm just glad Montrez with us.
Yeah, no doubt. But I guarantee you, if Draymond was in his prime, you'd be glad he's with y'all too.
He is in his prime
Man,
still.
he ain't in his prime. Child, please.
Wait, MB, what you mean?
Child, please.
He's like
Draymond
8
30.
years in.
Draymond, child, please. Draymond ain't in the height of his career. His prime was when he was winning Defensive Player of the Year and all that
Oh, when
stuff.
everybody else is playing. That's when he play. He play when everybody else, when all the all stars, the real all stars playing. That's what
Remember
you call.
now, no, because remember now, Golden State, like Steph was dealing with injuries and stuff like that. They were still developing. They just wasn't like a powerhouse from the beginning. They had to work to get to that point. Those guys put in, because you had who was the coach before?
Mark Jackson.
Mark
Mark.
Jackson. Those guys was like they wasn't there. They had to work to get to that point and develop and lay the foundation. So it's not like he got traded or he came on a team that was full of all stars. All those guys developed the game at around the same time. That's the thing of the beauty of
It
it.
sound good. It sound good, but it's amazing how he only good when they was good. When those other players, when the attention was on them.
I wouldn't, yeah, I wouldn't say that because when you talk about like that, only good when I mean he's doing the defensive things and all this stuff. So how he getting his credit? I can see if you say offense, you got other guys around to score. Now he's got to carry the team around. But when
He
you talk
ain't
about
doing
his
that
impact,
no more.
his
The game
his
has. I'll help you out. The game has changed, so his defense is no longer viable because the guys he was guarding before couldn't shoot, right? And then
what?
Clay Thompson was actually the unsung hero on the defensive side. He always played the best scorer at the guard position, whether that was the opposing team's point guard, two guard, or three guard. That was Clay's
No
responsibility.
doubt, no doubt.
Okay, Draymond, the guys that Draymond was guarding just 3 years ago didn't stretch the floor and shoot the three ball. Now everybody does that.
Ooh, no, that's not. Hey, Lou, he's a power forward. He's not a center. So he
Yeah,
had
but
so
he
when you
guarded
talk about
centers too. He did.
yeah, but he guarded the 4, the 5, but he wasn't the main guy. You had what's the main guy that was the center? They had what's the white dude from Australia, first round pick and stuff like that. They had him on there. Draymond guarded 4. He guarded that stretch 4 position. When you talk about not the same guy, that stretch 4 position kind of been in for a while.
No,
Kevin
no, it's
Durant kind
worse
of
now. That guy's having 8+ attempts from the 3-point line now. That's all. I'm not. I think we're arguing the same point, but what
I'm
you're
saying
not
about
realizing
how
they're doing it a little bit more now. That's all I'm
yeah,
saying.
they doing it a bit more, but I'm saying that position where he was guarding that stretch 4 position, you made it sound like he was guarding like Karl Malone, who was always in the paint and stuff like that. That 4 position has kind of jump started, has evolved first as far as that stretch position. Now
But
the
the
5
four is
position
LeBron
now.
now.
That's what I'm saying. So that's the position he's been guarding. So that stretch
No,
5 now is now where now it's kind of like now because Golden State they went more small ball per se, where
but,
everybody's a threat, that type
but
of
four
thing.
years ago, the year you're speaking of, 4, 5,
2000,
6 years ago, when
yeah.
they were doing that, so 17, 16, 15, those years you're talking about, they, LeBron, so I'm using him as an example, that same position wasn't taking the same amount of threes that the 2020 and 2021 LeBron is taking. That's what I'm saying. And I think anybody basketball will like
Yeah,
easily.
I'm saying, but here's my question, so you understand my question. When you talk about what involved, like the LeBron position, it was talking about okay, the punt forward because you had Scottie
Correct.
Pippen out. But far as that Kevin Durant when he came in the league, right? So then now that stretch four became more extended to the paint. Obviously, 2020 and 2017, the whole game don't change. But I'm saying from that position that Kevin Durant kind of involved, right?
Well,
That started the trend of taking
no,
more
he's
threes
a
from that
three.
position.
He's a three, MB. I see what you're saying, but you can't use him. He's a three guard. Like seriously, he's never been anything else. Never. It Serge Ibaka was the four, and Kendrick Perkins was the five for the same team that you talking about when he was in Oklahoma. He's a three, and he's always been a three, and that's what he is.
But I'm saying that's the position where Draymond is covering those guys. That's what I'm saying. No, during
He's
that time,
trying.
I wish
He's
I.
No, you're
During
right,
that time,
but
yeah.
it's not
So
the same anymore because they're spending more time. Like I'm saying, like, and that's everybody. Like
that's what I'm
MB,
saying.
here. I'm gonna give you credit. The Golden State Warriors changed the game. Everybody's
Right.
shooting the three ball because of them. But the problem is the same reason everybody struggled to guard him is what he's struggling to guard other people now because of. Because everybody's around the perimeter. And truth be told, his feet aren't that great. So they killing him. He's struggling. You gonna see him. He's struggling. He's not
Oh,
guarding anybody.
yeah. I mean, he's never been an exceptional athlete, but from a defensive standpoint, you made it sound like never mind. I understand the point you're making, but what I'm saying, he's when you talk about guarding the other team 4 or 5, he's been in that position, and that's the thing. And then he also involves that point forward position where he's bringing the ball down. That's why he's facilitating and stuff like that. All I'm saying, his game never has been a shooter. He's never been a
No,
shooter. He
and I,
makes more of
and
an
I, and I
impact. I'm saying he
yeah.
makes more of an impact on the defensive side in his prime, where he never been a top-notch athlete, but he made more of an impact on the
On
defensive
the
side of
defensive
the
side.
thing.
And I agree, MB.
Yeah.
And he's no longer doing that, is what I'm saying.
And I'm
And
saying
you are
because
only
he's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was right. It's 8 years. So this is his
right,
ninth year
and he's
playing
30 years
right
old.
now.
And I was saying
So
he's
you're still in your prime in basketball at 9 years.
not
Yeah.
him. When you look at him and his body of work and not being an exceptional athlete, and then now the injuries and stuff that and the wear and tear on him, he's on a decline. He's not on an incline.
Dang.
You
Dang.
hold on. You're saying that Draymond Green is in his prime just based on his
He's
age?
still in his prime. Yes.
Oh,
In
he's like he.
basketball, year 8, year 9, year 10, year 11, you still in your prime.
Yeah, but he's more like I would compare him to a running back in the NFL based on his physical body. That you're right. Like most, like look at LeBron,
I'm
like
just
those dudes. I'm like
No,
those
I'm not
dudes.
take LeBron
No.
out
Here,
of,
let me
but
finish this thought.
everybody else.
I'm saying, let me hear my thought. I'm saying, yeah, when you talk about ideally, when you take the average, yeah, he should be in his prime, but
Right. That's all I'm saying.
based on his body, he's not in his prime. He's on. Most people would say he's on his decline.
Well, MB, he ain't. Why is I don't know. Okay, because I don't understand why his body is any different. Like he's doing so. Like you said, a running back. I understand that he's taking shots. He's banging. Like the game ain't even like that.
I
The
know, but
game is
his body. When
actually
you look,
allowing him. The game is actually allowing him to create more longevity. That's
but
what
what
I'm
I'm saying when you look at Klew, when you
saying.
look at his body, I mean, based on the injuries and stuff that he had, right? Based on the stuff, and he hasn't had any major injury, but based on that, I was just reading an article today where he's talking about physically he's on the decline because they was talking about like Portland Trailblazers would love to have him because they was doing fire sales and stuff like that. But physically, people's like Draymond is not. He should be. He's 30, but he should be on the up, but he's not on the up. I don't know all his injury history, but when you look at his body of work, the when he was doing his thing, you can see he moves a whole lot better than what he's moving right now.
Okay, boy, you sure got love for Dre, boy.
Ain't nobody
Well,
love for him.
his replacement
That's a
Eric
great point.
Pascal, man. That's who should be getting all his minutes. I don't know what they doing over there.
What Double A bring about his legs going. Yeah. So that's all I'm saying. He definitely ain't no Carmelo. I'm just saying physically, when you look at him, you're right, 30, but he's not in his prime. I compared it
I
like a
don't know
running
why.
back.
I get what you're saying. I would agree with that if you can tell me how he's how he gets to the point where his 30 and his 8 years is different from all the other
But okay,
basketball
so
stars.
King Lou, when you look at, and I ain't a basketball guy, when you look at Draymond physically, are you saying that he he's the same? He moves around the same as he did when he's 4 years ago? Do you not notice like a physical difference in him?
I think the game is different,
So
MB.
you
It's
think
it's just
physically
it's
he's the
just like
same?
saying but see, I can't get. See, I think the game is different and his team is different. So he was able to do things that he can't do now. He's being exposed, is what it is. Bottom line, like he's being exposed at this point because he doesn't have the cover of Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Andre Iguodala, Sean Livingston, who were two all pros, like for real pros, who really helped that team an awful lot. And I ain't even and obviously Klay Thompson, who I spoke of earlier, they had a squad, so he was able to do some things like you lead the league and steals. James Harden do that too, and they're all of us know that he don't play no defense. Like that's not like a you know what I'm saying? And that's my guy. So I'm a huge James Harden fan, and it's sad because I'm an effort guy too. So I hate to tell people that really. But I'm a huge James Harden fan, but he don't play no defense. But he finished top 10 in the league darn near in steals. And we all know he watched people go by. Like, so the fact that you saying that, yes, he earned defensive player of the year because he was playing with a all-star team and he was their best defensive player, which I think we both know plays a huge role in how awards are given a whole lot. So,
Wow.
I get what you're saying. He's definitely a utility guy. He definitely was the heart and soul of what they did, but only when he got all those other pieces around him to do something with. Out there by himself or with one other guy, and now you're a focal point. It's just like in football. What he's getting hit with, MB, is in football where they yelling, "Ooh, I'm finna throw somebody under the bus," like my brother, old Juju over there at in Seattle, not Seattle, Pittsburgh land. AB, oh man, we get rid of you. We got us another number one. How's that working out? Juju had a 100-yard game yet since AB left. So truly, you were eating. They thought you was a killer, but you was killing because the game plan wasn't about you. That wasn't about you. Nobody was that. Hey, that game plan ain't had you nowhere near. Draymond was that same guy, MB. The game plan is nowhere near him. You got too many issues to worry about. You got two guys outside automatic, two of them, and then when they got KD, three. Man, listen, what everybody do? Man, we ain't even guarding you. You know what they yelling at Draymond? He with us.
Oh wow. Now, wow, that's man,
He with us, baby.
that's tough. That's tough. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I from an offensive standpoint, I definitely agree with your assessment. I mean, he wasn't even an option. You let him shoot, you know. But I just think during those times, and it's hard to go back measure. But during those time from a defensive standpoint, he brought a little bit more to the table than that now, you know.
Well, you done
But
show
I
put him
got
in
you.
the Hall of Fame.
Oh no,
M-
I ain't say that, child. Please, child,
hey,
please.
MB. Now let's get to some gridiron action, man. Should the NFL make the Browns play, man?
Man, NFL is playoffs, baby. right now, unless they got more people that miss, which they had the guard miss, they had a couple guys, the head coach obviously missing. I mean, should they make a play? Hard answer, no. But are they going to make a play? Yes. It's just that simple, you know? What's your
But
thoughts on it?
hey, listen, I wanted Pac Jam on here so bad because Pac Jam been scared all week. You know, first of all, Cleveland is his football team. You know, he packed wagon now, so y'all ain't knew that. Y'all ain't know that. Y'all know it now because they in the playoffs. But
Oh,
but uh but Pat Wagon is sad about the Browns, and then he's super sad when he heard the rumors about Justin Fields in Ohio State, maybe talking about they may or may not have COVID and all that stuff. And so he called me crying about it. I say, look here, man. Me and MB the ones who told y'all what kind of year it was gonna be. And
yeah.
why y'all should shut it down and sit down somewhere. But now you want to cry because it finally comes to affect you. You see what I'm saying, MB? So,
Mm-hmm.
on the short, yeah, they need to play. Because this was foolishness from the get-go. Both us talked about it all preseason long. Like, are y'all serious? Y'all clown. So this is what you get. What you going to back it up for? You back it up a week or back it up a few days, how you know ain't going to be another outbreak?
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, you got to strap it up. Sorry.
Yeah.
Double A
I
say
just,
Golden State versus Bama.
yeah. My thing is, I wonder what's your thoughts if it was, God forbid, it was Kansas City Chief and Patrick Mahomes was affected.
And B, that's what they signed up for this year.
No, I'm
Come
saying
on.
though, what do you think from an NFL standpoint? They would like, oh yeah, let's still play the game, or would they find a way to try to push it back?
You saying if Kansas City was in the mix, period.
Yeah, I'm
No,
saying if it was
NFL gonna make sure Patrick Mahomes, man. We see him
exactly,
on every other
exactly,
commercial, don't we?
exactly.
Yeah, he got to play.
Yeah,
But we
yeah, that's
shutting
what I.
everything down. You know they'll pull this, MB. The NFL is shutting down for 3 days just so they'll make up something.
Yeah,
COVID has affected the head offices in New York.
right, right, right.
We
That's
gotta
what.
shut
No,
it
that's
down.
what I'm asking you. Like, say if it was Patrick, what do you thought would have happened? What they
Oh
do?
yeah, we holding off, baby. We can't get that away. That's money. It's money attached to that. Hey, that's our
exactly,
guy right now. But
exactly.
shoot, Odell Beckham ain't playing. It's Cleveland. Baker Mayfield ain't who they thought he was. He was supposed to take the league by storm and become a poster child. None of that happened, B. So they in trouble. They don't care nothing about Cleveland. They say strap it up, and they just opened the offices today. They opened the facilities today, MB,
Yeah,
and
they
they
get
got a
one
game
practice.
Sunday.
Yeah,
So what they gonna do? Let's think about how realistic that is. They've been doing it online again, virtually.
But the
They've
good
been
thing
running around
about it is,
virtually.
but playing a team they've already played twice. So, as much as you would think of one would got a game plan on a person, they really because they not played them twice. They're familiar with Pittsburgh. Now, had Kansas City playing against an NFC team or something like that, it'd been a problem. But I think Pittsburgh is familiar. They're familiar with what Pittsburgh does. Thinking that to be my other.
What you said last?
I said actually, I picked that as my pick of the week
Oh, of course you will.
because Pittsburgh can't stop the run. And Cleveland got two of the best running combinations, 1-2 punches in the NFL right now with Chubb and Kareem Hunt
Yeah.
and Chubb.
Hey, Double A say, there he is. You asked for a miracle, and I give you a pat wagon, baby.
Definitely too, man. I'm gonna have to look you up. Now. Stop with me now. I'm gonna have to come find you.
hey, Hey, Double A coming at you every week because you be bad mouthing his Hurricanes, man. That's who
Hey
MB
man,
sent out.
I see it, man. You know, Hurricanes think like me, man.
I
The
can't hear.
history.
Yeah, your voice is going off and on. Your picture finally excellent, but your voice kind of going in and
I
out.
think guys like I think of the Hurricanes. I think of guys like MB, man. I think of history. I don't think of present Hurricanes. I think of history.
Hold on,
It's
man.
just
There you go. There you go.
it's a
There you
historical
go.
thing, man. It's not a
Man, let me
thing no
move
more, man.
on before MB start talking to you again.
No, he know the standard. I feel you, Pat Wagon. You talking about the standard, baby. I got you.
You can't compare those kids. You can't.
What'd he say? I couldn't understand what he said.
You can't compare these kids now to y'all.
Oh yeah, no doubt. You know the standard. You know what it's supposed to look like. I feel you, Pat Wagon.
Hey, what the be now you taking shots at it now.
Hey, Double A say Bama wasn't nowhere for a long time. And guess what? When Bama wasn't there, Pack Wagon wasn't there either. Hey, LB, you don't notice he always go to y'all? He
Huh?
always bring up y'all, don't he?
Yeah.
That's what he was. He
I
used to
know
be
he
there.
he don't change. He don't change.
Fat Wagon used to be there. Philip, what's good, Philip? Hey,
He don't
hey,
change.
hey, hey, LB, here go
Yo,
one of the guys you lined up against. Old Philip, he went to FSU.
what's up, Phil?
Yeah, and so him and Pat used to go at it by Florida State and Miami.
Tell the truth, saying the devil, baby.
Hey, LB, he used to tell Joker up about Miami. Now he tearing up Miami.
Hmm.
Uh-oh. Double
You
A
don't
say
you don't
real
put him on
Canes
first,
don't run.
Hey, I'm not a king. I'm not a king.
Your brother just say used to be a Kane, baby.
I'm
It's
not a
all
king.
good. I know you're not a Kane right now. You with the. I understand.
Hey,
Uh
Pat Wag. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it
huh.
was. So MB, I saw a story out there today, man. Uh and I wanted to run it by you. Texas owner Cal McNair previously informed Watson he would be involved in the process and be asked to provide feedback during the team search for a GM and head coach, but that has not happened to this point. And Deshaun Watson is hot about it. I say, Deshaun, this ain't the NBA. Or is it MB? Is it not? Has the NFL turned into the NBA where the players having to say so? Or certain players having to say so who gonna be running the show or not?
No, not at all. That was just. I mean, that just caught up in the moment. Da 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 da. Tell them what you want to hear. Make it sound like you got good. That he's got an input in it, but nah, nah.
Was that before he inked that $100 million deal?
Nah, because I
You think
think
they
well,
told him that before then to sweeten the pot?
I don't think so. I think obviously came after the whole thing because he was talking about how they need to change the culture. Deshaun Watson was giving his opinion about what needs to happen. So they probably, who knows, man? It's probably at the big game, big victory or something like that on the team playing or something like that. He feeling himself, man. I'm gonna keep you involved with it, whatever. So who
You're right.
knows, man? Just right, just talking out the side of his neck.
But
No, it's
here's the
not. No,
thing.
it's not. Don't do that, LB. Don't do that. Don't do that. No, I honestly think that's a great decision, great move by him because if you follow the story says he contacted some players and said, "Hey, man, I'm going to be trying to get out of here. I'm trying to leave out of here." That's a great move because this is the thing. He's a franchise. He is the franchise, and you
Right.
mean tell me it's the second time y'all done went with a GM and a head coach and has not even told him, considered talking to him about where you trying to take the franchise. I agree with him. If I'm the face of the franchise, you got rid of my best player, my best receiver for free, and now you're trying to rebuild all over again? No, get me out of here because y'all ain't trying to win. I want to win. We talking about a guy that led the league in passing yardage with one of the worst teams in the NFL. I love what he's doing. I think more guys need to do that in the NFL. Have more say over your career because one of the things we talk about a lot about, what we mess with these athletes about is guys just want to get paid, guys don't want to win. Here we got a guy saying, you know what, I want to win. Y'all ain't trying to win. Send me somewhere where they're trying to win. I'm not content.
But Pac Jam, Klew, can you tell Pac Jam I forgot your question. It wasn't what he talking about though.
So we're saying should Deshaun Watson have a say so?
Yes.
And who they hiring as the head coach and GM?
And that's what I said. I already answered it when I was on my rant. I said yes, he should.
You didn't catch that part.
He's the face of the franchise. He should. You should consult with him and say, hey, this is what we're trying to go moving forward. What do you think about this here? Run some ideas about him. Yeah, he's the best player on the team and he's the franchise player. You're right, he should.
Yeah.
Anything outside of that is foolishness.
Yeah. You when I was answering, I forgot your question now, Caleb.
My question, LB, was
hey, get LB on some coffee or something, man. Wake up, LB.
Hey, I mean, you just went on a rant, and I'm like, what's going on?
I got a big game, man. I'm hyped.
Hey,
I'm hyped. I ain't got time for this. I'm hyped
up. I thought the question he was asking me was, should they do that or would they? Never mind, you don't mess me up. Go ahead, Kate.
Yeah, so my question was, should he be involved with who they choosing as a head coach or GM? And what Pac, I think, is jumped right to is the fact that he started saying, since y'all not gonna get me involved, I want out.
Yeah, that's what he jumped to. But I was saying, though, my explanation when you was talking about it was like I said, I think the owner just told him what he wanted to hear. And you asked about, did it happen before the contract? I said, no, it didn't happen before the contract. It happened after the season. I said it probably happened after the victory. Like, look, man, I'm gonna keep you involved with it. He wrote a check that his bucket cash. He was talking out the side of his neck. That's what I was saying.
Correct.
Explaining to you what happened. The guy got caught up in the moment. So I didn't know what Pac-Man came off on left field. No, I was just saying, I was just telling you what happened, about what I think happened. The guy was just selling them tickets and just talking out the side of his neck. Yo, man, I'm going to keep involved, this and that, and he didn't follow up with it. So that's what we were talking about.
So Pac Jam, MB saying the owner came to Deshaun earlier and discussed that he would keep him involved in the process.
And I say he probably it probably came out the victory, talking check his bucket. That's what I was talking about. And you came up with some other stuff on a whole different level. I'm like, I wouldn't even ask you saying that.
The thing is, this is the second time that they've done a hire without consulting with this guy. This is the second time. Deshaun Watson feel like you're not trying to win. Bottom line, to get rid of arguably the best receiver in the game for $3.
Well, that group gone though. That group gone.
We know, but what I'm saying, Kevin, he's still pissed about that. Now you come back and you hire a guy, and you didn't consult with him on this hire. He's tired of it.
Right.
Because he's saying you ain't asking me what my plans are. What I think we need here. If we're trying to win, so what? I got $170 million. I want to win. We always get on athletes about wanting to win and not just taking the money grab. Here we got a guy saying, I want to win. And all of a sudden we're trying to question, should we consider taking his ideas, his opinion on what we decide to do? Why, yes, you should. He's the franchise player.
No, Pat Jim. Go ahead.
What I'm saying, though, is that's never really happened NFL-wise. Okay?
That's not true. That's not true.
Okay, hold on. That's the standard in the NBA. Okay? That's not in the NFL. So if you want to go to Peyton Manning or Brady, fine. But those are one or two guys who probably, who else is doing that? And who's doing it every year?
It
Really
happened.
nobody. Think about it. And it's definitely ain't even Brady because that's why he left. You see
It
what I
happened.
mean?
It
So
happened with Aaron Rodgers. And this was, but
Aaron couldn't have had that foolishness. He should
Right.
couldn't have had that
They
foolishness.
wouldn't draft what's his name.
Yeah, and the quarterback behind him.
no. Listen, what I'm saying. This was the first time, and they told Aaron Rodgers, "Don't go off on this head coach. Don't mess this up." That's why he was pissed. This was the first time they didn't consult with Aaron Rodgers. This coach is hired and this draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why Aaron Rodgers came in with an attitude and was going off. If you remember at the beginning of the season, every time he got a chance to speak to the press, he had something slick to say about the teams, what the team was doing moving forward. What I'm saying is, I don't find a problem with it. And I don't think you guys should either, considering this guy's a
I
franchise player.
Yeah, I don't think there's a problem with it. I mean, the dude, we was talking about what I was telling you what happened. The dude probably was writing a check his butt couldn't cash after way how much he involved with it and then renege on it. And I don't think he really had any true intentions to follow up. I mean, obviously you want your team player, but then I read another article saying that the guy took into account of what he was saying that they needed and and used that for information. So that's what we were talking about. Should he, as a star player, I mean, should he have an impact? Obviously, a dude like that, your quarterback, he's the face of your franchise. I mean, you going to him and you're talking to him about that. Would they do it? That's a whole different story.
What Dollar say? Why they got to talk to Deshaun? He's a player like everyone else, no matter if he's a star or not.
And guess what? And that's why Deshaun say, no problem, send me down the road. Since you feel you ain't got to talk to me, send me down the road.
He don't have. I mean, again, no. This the NFL. What leverage he got?
He got major leverage. He has major leverage.
Talk about educate us.
One, he has a huge deal with a lot of guaranteed money. Okay. Two, you ain't trying to start a season without him and him not play, or you're giving your season away again. He's a major key in the code. You got to make something happen. Either you got to appease him or get rid of him because he's that big of a talent on your team. You talking about a guy been in the league 4 years. You talking about one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL. Yeah, you got to make. There's a problem there.
Well,
Like you always say on Monday, he's a problem.
Well, he has to definitely he's gonna set precedent, man, because we haven't seen this before.
Absolutely, and I love it.
We live in this in real time. If he's able to pull, a basketball type like Klew, where those guys don't care about signing long-term deals because they like when I want out, I'm gonna get out anyway.
And guess what? since he said that, it's been wildfire all across the board on every media outlet. NFL executives, he stirred the pot majorly now. He has actually shook up the whole decision process with teams in the draft. Because guess what? All of a sudden, they say the Cowboys whispering, the Dolphins whispering, everybody whispering like, what can we do?
Don't say it. Say it on his show. They're gonna bring him and replace company man Dak Prescott.
Why not? Why not?
Not company man, MB.
Why not? Guess what? The deal that Deshaun is on, that he just signed for 170, Dak want more than that. And I think Deshaun is a better, and many other people do too. Deshaun is a hell of a lot better quarterback than Dak Prescott.
Hey, it'll be
Man, he be chasing these conspiracy theories.
Hey, look. Hey, Dak.
Hold on. So you think Pat Wagner that Houston Texans, right, will trade Deshaun Watson?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Hold up, we talking about the team that just traded D Hop for $3. You don't know what they'll do.
That's not the same group, though.
And it's the Patriot way because the guy they hired from New England Patriots. So
that's the Patriots of the South.
So I don't know. The Houston Rockets would have a better luck trading James Harden than the Houston Texans would trade Deshaun Watson.
Okay, guess what else? They also talked about how New England's interested in Deshaun Watson. You think that's conspiracy too?
No, I can see that. Obviously, I mean, when the whole thing got going on like that, when he started complaining, obviously, man, all the stuff gonna come out, you know. But you talking about a $22 million cap hit, you know, dead money, which some teams will eat. It's not, you know, teams that eat that, but I don't see them trading. They already took heat trading one franchise person. Now you're gonna trade Deshaun Watson? I don't know about that.
It's blowing up anyway. You starting over anyway. What's the difference? You're starting over anyway.
Because you starting up
Yeah,
with the
starting over without a franchise quarterback is way
you starting up with a quarterback who you just mentioned with the talent around him, led the lead in passing, only
Right.
25 years
And
old.
who's
So
pissed off and says I want out?
I don't know about that, bro. But hey, I don't be listening to all these conspiracy theories, so I'm sure you listen to a lot. So
No, I don't listen to no conspiracy theories. What I'm saying is we got to stop acting like NFL just going to continue to go like it's been going. This is a new breed of athletes out here now. This ain't the old NFL from the 90s and early 2000s. These are guys about other things. They're about their brands. It's a different athlete now. It's not the same athlete. Do you agree with that?
no doubt, no doubt. And they're more conscious involved and stuff like that. And like I said, I mean I don't have a problem with what was told, because if it was told to him, that dude reneged. He ain't lying, saying the guy told me I was gonna be a part of the process. That's the part I have an issue with. You told him, and probably, like I said, he probably told about the victory. Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna get you this, da 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 da. But then never had any intentions on having him involved with it, you know. So now he called him out on it, and I don't have a problem with that. You know, use your power, bro.
That's all I'm saying, MB. That's all I'm saying. We saying the same thing. I'm just sounding more crazy in what I'm saying, but it's the same thing.
I'm just trying to think, like, would they trade him though? Would he get to that point? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. That'll be a hard pill to swallow again, you know? Because you talked about you just the previous guy traded what's his name for like 3 cents. Now you're talking about trading your Deshaun Watson, the leader of your franchise, 25-year-old quarterback. That would be hard. But hey, it's the NFL. It could happen.
Well, look, y'all, it's the what story? There's a bunch of storylines going into the playoffs. One I want to get y'all guys' opinion on. Pac Jam gonna love this because he love to hate Tommy Terrific, baby. But Chase Young say he got to have it, man. Um, what do you guys think about number one, him saying that? Number two, we'll start with Pac Jam. Do you think he gonna be able to get to him early and often?
I believe he will be able to get to him early and often because what we have seen thus far in the season of the Tampa Bay Bucks is this: all their losses come against teams with a pass rush. Everybody got a pass rush, have beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And you know what? I'm gonna say this: what I didn't like about everybody this week, all the pundits having a problem with what Chase Young said was, how can you have a problem with what he said and be a fan of Lawrence Taylor? Because LT told you, I'm coming early and often. I'm on my way back there. I'm on my way. Call the National Guard. I'm coming. I love what the young man did. He let Brady know, I know you can't move. I'm coming. It's a thought. So every time you drop back, you got to think, where the hell is Chase Young at? Because guess what? He led all rookies in sacks. His season is right there where his mouth at. He put up what he should. He put everything up the way his mouth at. His stats measured to it. And guess what? I got that also being upset this week.
Well, listen,
but let me ask you a question. When did he make those comments? Wasn't it during the draft?
No. He made those comments right after the game. After the game.
I was confused because I thought they had asked him that same question when he got drafted. Who would you like to get? He said, "Man, I like to sack Tom Brady."
No, he made the statement, MB, right after the game Sunday. against the
Oh, I'm
Philadelphia. He
sorry.
said, "Tell Tom Brady I'm on my way. I'm coming." Then they asked him again after practice Wednesday,
I
and
got
he
you. I
doubled
got you.
down on it. He doubled down on it Wednesday. He said, "I'm not gonna change what I said. I meant what I said." He said, "I'm coming for him. That's right. I want to sack him. I'm coming for him. I ain't changing." And I love it.
Okay, I got you. You know what? I'm stuck. When I saw it, I was like, didn't he say that when he got drafted too?
No.
I'm using my phone. That threw me off.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Obviously another storyline. Pack. I think you came on to the show. I think after we had just finished talking about this, but your Cleveland Browns, we talked about upset. You said you called them. That's your second upset of the week. Do you think it's fair they got y'all playing on one day of practice?
Hey, it don't matter. Let's get it. I don't. At this point in the game, we knew when the season started with the coronavirus, with the road, aka Rona. We knew what time it was. I honestly believe that Cleveland's in the perfect position to pull off the upset. I really do. It's not like Pittsburgh has been playing like the second coming of the Peyton Manning Colts. They've been struggling. They backed their way into the playoffs after starting at 11-0.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh wow.
When I was on record on this show as the realest co-host. I told millions of viewers that this was the worst 11-0 team in existence of football, that they was a catfish. They was not who they say they were. And what happened
Hey,
after I said that? They lost 3 straight and almost 4 straight, but Phillip Rivers found a way to throw the game away, and they was able to get their first win after losing 3 straight games. But they're not nobody's scared of Pittsburgh. Nobody.
hey, I definitely you see Tam clowning us, MB.
Yeah.
Uh, Big Tam, T Hawk, O lie.
What's up, Tam?
Yeah, he say we need closed caption.
He put that on when Pac Jam talking.
No, he be going at me and you. You know he trying to clown us.
Hey, listen. Once again, man, I like Cleveland Browns this weekend, man. If Cleveland Browns stick to the script, run that ball, man. Run that ball, man. They will run Pittsburgh right off the field, man. Pittsburgh is no threat. Big Ben is a shell of himself. His arm is shot. Shot.
Mm.
The boy, Mr. TikTok himself, Schuster, Mr. TikTok, he ain't had a 100-yard game since AB left.
Yeah.
Okay, he is
Lou
not
just
a
said
number
that.
one. He's shown us that. The other kid, Klew, has come and took his spot as the number one.
Yep.
The defense, the linebacker core can't stop nobody. They out there pop water tackling, okay? This
Man.
Cleveland Browns is, and you know what I love about it? There will be not one terrible towel in the building. There won't
Wow.
be one terrible towel in the building.
Sure won't. So I know one of the things is home field advantage. The Saints had a home field advantage throughout the playoff. What does that mean? Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, no doubt.
At Seattle, there's no 12th man.
Yeah, I read
They put
somewhere. I think the record for visiting teams this year is like 128 to 127. It's like the second time that happened in NFL history.
Wow.
They got an Amber Alert for the 12th man in Seattle.
They looking for it.
Looking for him.
Well,
What's
MB,
your
let's
thoughts on that game, man? Talking about Seattle and the Rams. Who you
now
got?
hold on, because we about to run down them games, MB.
Okay.
So go
Well, we
ahead.
was talking about
Yeah.
it. I was gonna go ahead.
Yo, Seattle, like you said, Seattle and the Rams.
Who you got, Pac Jam?
I got Seattle, and I'm gonna tell you why. Only reason I got Seattle is because Rams got a bum at quarterback. A bum. $120 million guaranteed bum at quarterback.
Tell us how you really feel.
And he has been the Achilles heel of the Rams all season. You've been watching the same game I've been watching. Everybody know Jared Goff is not the answer at quarterback. He's
No
killed them
doubt.
all season. Now you telling me he's a game time decision with a broken thumb on his throwing hand? You got no. He even should be a decision. It should be automatic. The backup. He was staking it out when the thumb was healthy. What you think he gonna do when eyes broke?
Hey,
Seattle. But I like St. Louis defense to keep it close, but Seattle pulls it out at the end.
He went old school with the St. Louis.
hey, look. Oz, my bro Oz, baby, he going with Seattle. LB, I'm sure you going there. I'm going with Seattle too.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
easy.
going with Seattle. I think they Seattle going back to their roots. They was laying Russ Cook the first half. So now they was like, you know what, let's go back, man, to pounding this ball, play action pass. I think, and then the defense is starting to work out their issues. I just don't think like I agree with Pat Wagon, man. I mean the Rams, whoever's at quarterback, Warford, he played last week against Arizona. They didn't score offensive touchdown. So I'm going with Seattle. I think Seattle got this, man.
All right, the 1 o'clock tomorrow. So they play at 4 o'clock tomorrow, y'all. 4 o'clock, 4:40, be exact. One at 1:05 though. The game before them, you kick off the playoffs with a number two
Playoff.
seed, Buffalo Bills and the Colts.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good game, man. I like this, but I'm with Pat Wagon because I told you is I mean that Phillip Rivers, man, I don't trust him. To me, he's like Big Ben in those playoffs. They try to do too much, and that's the thing. I mean, it's a good defense against the Colts. Bills, I mean, Bills offense explosive, especially Beasley and Diggs. Right now they're questionable. They ready to go, man. I think the Bills, man, they got this, man.
I'm gonna go against history, and I'm gonna say Philip Rivers gonna finally pull a rabbit out of his hat, man, and get and
Well,
steal
I'm
the
gonna say
win
this.
because I think Buffalo is favored, but I like the Colts, man.
Well, one thing we do know, Phillip Rivers has the protection. That's the best offensive line in all NFL over there in Indianapolis.
No,
No doubt.
Cleveland is Joe O line.
Well, that's here. I would say Indianapolis, but that's to be debated. But at the end of the day, if Phillip Rivers take care of the football, they got a great chance of winning that game. But
That's a big if. I agree with you.
the problem is, he's found ways to give the ball game away.
Yeah.
And I just
And
feel that
go ahead, Paxton.
a Josh Allen led Buffalo Bills, you can't do that. Because this guy here, not only can he run it, not only can he throw it, this guy can run it.
Right.
and
And
it,
you talk about the coach also with the running game, like Phillip Rivers don't have to do too much. It's just something in him that, man, he's like Big Ben. They just try too hard, so I don't know what it is, man. It just makes me nervous.
and then finally at 8:15 to close it out, man. Y'all got them Tommy Terrific, baby. Is playing
Yeah,
the Washington football team.
it's gonna be cold and wet in Washington. Ooh, gambling boat run at its best. I love it, baby. I love it, baby, because gambling boat run gonna let. For those that don't know about gambling boat run, that was in Carolina. You finna see the gambling boat run 2.0 in DC, baby. This man is already on record saying, I'm gonna alternate the quarterbacks. I'm sending them in and out, I'm gonna give you a little bit of this, give you a little bit of that. I love it. This is setting the stage for a major upset in dramatic fashion, and I love it. Tommy couldn't have went out a better way.
Hey, look, I'm sorry, but Tommy is super motivated. He juiced up. Y'all done tried his president. He want to kiss him goodbye in an
Send him out
awesome
on a
way.
high note.
And yes, sir. And Tommy gonna give him all of it, all the game he got. Trump gonna be in the building, and Tommy gonna show out for him. I'm going with them Bucks.
You know what's so funny though? Hey, you know what's so funny though? Is when I see all these people hollering about Tommy and the Bucks, they ain't been paying attention to how Washington been winning football games. Washington got one of the best defensive lines in football, and they coming.
And they went 7-9 with that great D.
Because they got no offense.
That's
7
it.
games
That's it.
won by the defense.
They
They got
won
this much
the
offense.
powerful NFC East, baby.
This much
And that's the
offense.
thing. And that's the thing. If Tampa Bay defense could play, if they bring that defense, pack that defense, special team, man, I think that's going to be the difference. Because of Washington offense, I'm hoping the real Tampa Bay defense show up.
They got one
I'll
of the
be
worst
ready to go.
secondaries in the league, MB.
Huh?
Tampa has one of the worst secondaries in the
I
NFL.
know, but I'm hoping that the one that showed up versus Green Bay
Yes,
Packers
sir.
can show up versus Washington. That's the one I'm hoping. That's why I say the Heckle and Jekyll defense. I'm hoping that they step up and show up. The one they show up. The monster show up.
Well, let's see if 7-finger JPP show up.
Well, yes, sir. I'm with Double A, baby.
Oh, you're cruel, bro.
Hey, Double A say he marched on the talking about Tommy Terrific, baby. Tom Brady marched on the hill, and now he's ready to march on the old RFK, baby. Listen, Tom Brady gonna see he at the monument, he at the Capitol right now, baby. Saying, hey, I was there with y'all, and I'm finna give him the business Sunday.
Hey, every time Washington football teams go, you know what I'm gonna say? Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi.
Good Lord.
Every time. Nancy Pelosi. Every time they get in that paint, that's what I'm yelling. Nancy Pelosi.
Hey, man.
That ain't
We
right.
back. We back.
Thomas say
Y'all
y'all
done stepped on my desk. Nancy pissed off. Y'all done tore my desk. We back.
Oh man, Double A say Tom left his Viking hat at home though. You mean to tell me you the one with the painted with the Viking hat on? That was Tom Brady?
That was Tommy.
He ain't gonna be able to get it. He ain't gonna be able to play then. They finna lock him up. Lock him up. Lock him up.
Hey. Hey.
Y'all ain't
They
right.
talk about the world's dumbest criminal. Hey man. All
You
them
say
selfies
what?
y'all took. All them selfies y'all took. Hey man. Hey, MB on the side note, we had a firefighter here. We had a firefighter here in Central Florida taking selfies. They got him yesterday.
What happened?
We had a firefighter here in Central Florida, right outside Orlando.
That ran in the Capitol, MB. That's what he's talking about.
He ran in the Capitol.
Taking selfies.
He taking selfies. They got him yesterday. Come here.
Oh, bless his heart.
Come
Hey.
to the front of the congregation.
We need to see about you, player.
Because he wanted y'all to know he was there too.
Hey. Hey, and that's the foolishness right there. You supposed to have on a mask anyway. They were telling you, hey, to lay low, and y'all snatch your mask off.
We in the building. We really are chill. We are chill.
Woo! Hey, it was so many Ric Flairs around there.
Woo! We here, baby. I just cleared the wall and broke the window. I'm in here now. By the way, I like the Buccaneers. I'm bucking.
Hey, not for long. Hey, we get started again on day 2 of the playoffs on Sunday at 1:05 p.m. You got them Baltimore Ravens going against them Tennessee Titans. MB, this your kind of game. Physical.
Yeah. No doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. Rematch from last year's playoff game and then early in the season, man. This is a tough one, man, but I'm gonna go because Baltimore, 4 or 5 game winning streak, make the playoff. You know, Lamar Jackson 1,000 yards. But Tennessee, man, with that running game, baby. Tennessee with what'd you say?
In this game, I really feel bad for Lamar Jackson. I'm gonna tell you why. Because Lamar Jackson has a lot of pressure on him because he's already 0-2 in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And if he loses this game, he'll be 0-3.
Yeah.
and the heat's gonna come on him. It's not gonna go on nobody else. It's not gonna go on Harbaugh in the play calls. It's not gonna go on Mike Nolan, the offense court. It's gonna go on him. No matter how this game turns out, you know. And that's the thing about this particular
I mean,
game, right?
Greg
This
Roman.
particular
Yeah,
matchup
Greg
right here,
Roman.
man. You know,
Yeah.
and I just feel if and this game to me is not gonna come down to Lamar Jackson. It's gonna come down to, can your linebackers meet him in the hole? Because it's
Yep.
no
Can you
secret,
stop the
because
run?
the deuces loose. King Henry is coming.
Yeah.
So you better have your chin strapped up. You better be ready. You know what I mean? Because he coming like diarrhea, baby. He coming all night long. Because they not putting it in Tannehill's hand. They putting it in the King Henry's hand. And I'm just afraid, I really am,
Mm-hmm.
that Baltimore ain't ready for King Henry. You got to want that. And they don't want that. And really, you know what? I'm going to say this too, though. In today's NFL, we be honest, it's not many linebackers in the NFL. You count them on one hand that really want that all day long.
Mm.
Can you name 5 that really would say, I want that all
Hey,
day
look,
long?
man.
No.
See, you always get it twisted though. That ain't who we concerned with. We concerned to get with them big jokers in front of. Like, hey, listen. I know it sounds good to say a running back 265, but we hitting 350, 330 that can move 360. Man, listen, 255, 265 don't even phase me. It just don't.
Put the face of the fan, baby.
Hey, look, LP. Hey, we went to sleep thinking about 300 and some pounds. We did not go to sleep talking about what's behind.
Well, guess what? Them cornerbacks, they thinking about it because he done put a lot of them on the TikTok.
Hey, that's a different story. They yelling at us. Hey, you know you playing a good running back because that's the only time the DB yelling at us, ain't it, LB? When that joke get loose and they got to make tackles, boy, they all over us.
No doubt.
Oh my goodness. So 440 Bears and the Saints, man.
So hold on. So Pac, I assume you going, because I was talking, you cut me off. I assume you got Titans.
On that game, I'm going with Baltimore.
Oh, you going with Baltimore? Okay.
Me too, Pac.
Yeah.
I just feel bad for Lamar Jackson, how that game is going to be, how it's going to come out on him, and he may not even be the one reason why they lose that game.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that.
All right. So MB, who you got?
I was going with Baltimore too. Just
Okay,
all the sentimental stuff. I know they played them early in the season, improvement on defense. I hope they finally can get it done.
Well, Double A this next game, Double A jumped the gun. He heard me, Bears and the Saints. He say the Saints marching on.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
So, especially if they get Michael Thomas back and they got Alvin Kamara to get him back. Hey, Pac, who you got at quarterback though? Who you bench Drew Brees and put in your boy?
Both of them playing. We playing both of them. I already talked to Sean. He playing both of them.
Hey, you saying that's Sean's style though.
What's that?
To play both of them.
Oh no, they always been playing both. I was throwing a shot at Pat because
since MB taking a shot at me, if you look at Drew Brees' last 3 playoffs, they have been below average.
I was messing with Pat because Pat said that they could do better with Hill at quarterback, and I was like, really?
And I still feel that way.
They didn't feel that way.
I do. He was doing what he could without Michael Thomas been out.
There you go.
And
then he's been out pretty much the whole year.
And then the final game,
hold on. I gotta get. Hold on. Hey, you didn't say that for Drew Brees. Michael Thomas was out. You didn't use that for him.
Drew Brees was struggling when Michael Thomas was there.
I mean, at some point, it's not. He gon' decline at some point. Why not now?
What's that?
It's Drew Brees.
Oh, Yeah, yeah, at some point. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's the, but I was just messing with Pat. Peyton said he just Peyton said he'll wait going through his progression. Pat, man, that's what he was saying. He didn't go. He was holding on to the ball too long.
Well, the final game, 8:15 Sunday night. The Browns Steelers matchup, the game that Pac Jam done already told y'all what's gonna happen. And I'm going against him. I'm going with Big Ben, baby. Big Ben make it happen in the playoffs. He get a
What the
second
dogs
win
at?
in the playoffs, baby. I'm going with Big Ben.
Where the dogs at? DMX, where the dogs at? That's what I need to know. Roo, where the dogs at? That's all you need to know. The dogs will be there. They will be in Heinz Field.
The dog's gonna be there.
Listen, I'm gonna cue up that DMX, man. I'm gonna cue it up. You already know what it is. The dogs, man. Why you playing with me, Big Ben?
What y'all really want?
They don't really want the dog. The dog gonna be there.
Hey, I'm going with Pittsburgh, MB.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Steelers as well, man. I think, especially with the head coach being out, I think that's a huge difference. For us, changing the play calling this late in the season like that.
Hey, I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Kevin that you was right on point. I heard something today on ESPN, and I said I was going to mention it on the show today. The thing they talked about on ESPN today, and I got to give a shout out because Klew was right on this. The guy said the reason why Cleveland Browns coach going to be missed, he said the same reason why Clemson lost. He talked about the first 15 plays being scripted, and after that, what do you do? And the guy said that's what the problem Clemson ran into. He said the first 15 plays gave you 14 points. After Ohio State adjusted to what you was doing, you didn't have nothing else because the script was dead. He said the same. He said look for the same thing in Cleveland. The first 15 plays are going to be outstanding, but after the 15 plays, and Pittsburgh make the adjustments, what do you do then? And that's why he talked about Stefanski being missed. He also talked about Stefanski being missed in Philadelphia as well because they said he's a great play caller.
Well,
so
Mike,
I want to give that shout out on that.
Oh, well, I sure appreciate it, man.
Because you mentioned that on the show Monday, talking about how that Dabo didn't want to admit the fact that, dude, once your first 15 plays over with, dude, you ain't do nothing.
Right.
You made no adjustments.
Right. They ended up putting up 2 more touchdowns. Basically for the rest of the game. For the next, they scored on the first 2 drives and only scored 2 more times.
Right. And the first 2 drives, they went straight down the field.
Right.
No
that tells the whole
straight
story.
Down the field.
Yeah. That pretty much tells the story. So, man, we appreciate y'all coming to holler at us. Stop through. You see the realest co-host in the building, MB. What you got for him?
He's the illest.
Better know it. Where the dogs at?
Back there, you got any part words for the people?
Hey, I just want to let the people know, man, we got a big game coming up, man, Monday night, man. I can't wait, man. I'm slobbering at the mouth right now. That's why I'm so hyped to be honest with y'all. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for the Roro, I'd be down there in Miami right now acting a fool. But the Roro got me staying home and staying put. But just know, man, the Browns will be loose like a bowl of juice tomorrow night. Just know that.
Hey, man, EJ got the club on fire down there. He ready for
but
you.
they ain't wearing no mask in there.
We appreciate y'all. Thank you, ballers, for hollering at us. See you on Monday. We'll holler.
We'll holler on game.